Worker and author Kelly Kitley joins us now to share more on the risks of alcohol use. Kelly, thank you for coming in. So you had written a book years ago, and you've now recently updated it, and a lot of it is because of the mixed messaging that's out there. And I want to point out, you say, in 2005, Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy released a statement that alcohol use was related to 7 cancers and suggested warning labels be put on all alcoholic beverages. Right.
Correct.
You would think that's the point.
Yes.
But then, this year, Dr. Oz said that alcohol is a social lubricant. Just don't drink it for breakfast. So I can imagine, you know,
Right.
2 respected physicians, but mixed messages.
Yes, and that is why I updated the book. You all have had me on several times over the years since I gave up alcohol and have been educating the general public about the impact that it can have on people's mood and whole health. And we've seen things change. I think 54% of people say that they drink alcohol today. So we're moving the needle.
Right.
And then when you make a flippant comment like that, you know, it is a social lubricant, just don't drink it for breakfast, it can minimize the impact that it has on people and families.
Well, also, we all grew up under this guise of like, oh, resveratrol in wine and antioxidants is good for you, but then they say no amount of alcohol is good for you. Don't even think about the other things.
Right.
Right?
And that has changed too. And so it's so important about the language that we use. You know, sometimes people have said, am I an alcoholic or am I not an alcoholic?
Right.
And it's like, there is a trajectory. And so let's look at alcohol use along a spectrum. And so most people aren't signing up and saying, I'm going to give up alcohol forever. I'm going to abstain. Try it in chunks. Maybe you see this segment today and you say, I'm going to look at my alcohol use this week. Maybe I can cut back and limit to every other day, or I can alternate with non-alcoholic drinks. People will start noticing that they might have more clarity, that they are sleeping better. Not initially, because our brain needs to reset and our bodies need to as well.
Oh, so how long do you think you need before you can realize what the impact of cutting back or just abstaining at all?
So that's a great question. People report after 72 hours of not drinking alcohol that they will start noticing a little bit of a difference. It's really important to make sure that if you are drinking pretty heavily, don't stop altogether, because there are some medical risks with that too. You may need some medical detox. So consult with your doctor. But certainly, once you start noticing that the alcohol is leaving the body, people report that they are calmer, their mental health is better, they are showing up for other people and for themselves, they're exercising more, they're eating better. There's so many great benefits.
Also, notice the stigma around drinking itself. We're not alcoholics anymore, your alcohol use disorder. Like, they changed the verbiage too, because there's so many people on different varying levels.
Thank you. And I have said openly, I took that "are you an alcoholic or not" test dozens of times before I quit drinking alcohol, and I didn't feel like I met the criteria exactly, and that kept me stuck. Instead of saying, how is alcohol impacting my life? Am I a better mom, wife, friend? Or am I not showing up the way that I would like to? So we have to change the language. And I think in social situations, people are more open as well to offering people non-alcoholic drinks to make them feel more comfortable.
How do you know when you have a problem and you need to seek help?
That is a great question and so important. Self-evaluation for sure, but sometimes people will be in denial and minimize. And so it is important that if you notice somebody is drinking more, or they're missing work, or they're having negative consequences for their use, just gently say to them, hey, I wanted to check in with you and see how your drinking's been. Don't do it when they're under the influence. But certainly if you're doing a self-check-in, what I say is, I had that whisper for years that maybe I had a problem with alcohol, and I didn't give it up completely for years after that. So get quiet, get honest, and if it's not working for you, you don't have to prove to anybody else why you're not drinking.
Yeah, because it's not like this is the 80s and you're like some hair band and you're getting drunk, raging drunk every night, and now, oh, I got a problem. It could be much quieter than that.
Absolutely.
There's no rock bottom necessarily.
Thank you. It's that language. You do not have to stop drinking, or you don't have to evaluate your drinking by waiting till you hit rock bottom. Let's look at it and be preventative before that. And the cultures we're in, college culture, mommy drinking culture, it is so normalized. And the point of Alcohol Awareness Month is to educate and let people make decisions for themselves.
Do you talk about your experience in your book? What is in your book?
My book is about my journey with, alcohol is the solution for a lot of trauma and mental health issues. I struggled with postpartum anxiety and panic disorder, and that's when my drinking really escalated because I used alcohol to self-soothe and to self-medicate until it wasn't working
So
anymore.
people might identify
Yeah.
with something you write in your book.
Absolutely.
Kelly, thanks for coming in.
Thanks,
and thank
Kelly.
you for being open enough to